Child.
Bear with me.
Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Q the Content Guy, and I am back for a double hitter. Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 4, and Married to Medicaid is season 11, episode 17, reunion part 2. Now, look, I done gave y'all weekend sessions. What was it, Thursday night, I think? Or Wednesday night, one of them nights. As soon as the show was over, I got sick. So don't y'all ask me for no more weekend sessions because right after that, I got sick. So I'm coming to y'all. Babe, I'm sitting here I'm congested. I got a cough. But anything for the people. So y'all can't say that I ain't consistent. Wow. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for being being a real friend. Unlike Wizard, every time you give up this black ass something here. Anyway, y'all, let's just jump into this thing. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope everybody has a great week coming up. And I must say, Atlanta was a little bit better tonight. A little bit better. Not by much, but it's a little bit better. Married to Medicine, we gonna have to call it the show of gaslighting. It's the show of gaslighting at this point. Like Married to Medicine is the show of gaslighting. I can't with Married to Medicine. I honestly can. I really, really need to think about if I'm watching this next season. Because it's not worth it. It ain't worth it, y'all. But anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, comment. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend who knows that other friend to come over to the channel and enjoy the content. Let's get into this thing. If we're gonna get into this thing. Can y'all hear me out there? Everything sound good? If not, oh well. So the show starts off with Angela and Britt. Angela's talking about her sister and her mother, how they're not getting along. They're not big fans of Charles. Everything started out cool, and then all of a sudden things weren't cool anymore. But what it gave, and then she said something. She was like, I take care of them financially. And then she said, well, Charles. So Charles takes care of the family financially. They did something that he don't like, or vice versa. And now, yes, baby. She said it's just a baby. And she said, girl, what? Girl, what? Not over here. I seen it. Baby, I don't miss nothing. I watched every episode of Wendy Williams. On and off the radio. So it's Charles take care of the kids, child. Take care of the family. And that's that. So the sisters and them, I guess they got a little comfortable. And Charles didn't like how they was acting. And Charles probably cut them off. That's what it gave me. Angela she's having an event. She wants to invite all the girls to the event. She said her and Shamia got off on the wrong foot. She hoped they can get on a better page. Britt was like, yeah, Shamia, I think Shamia is a sweetheart, but Kenya comes off rude. I'm gonna say my Brit rant for the end. Shamia in the studio with RL, baby. RL still fine, bitch. Baby RL, baby. Okay. Good evening, Caribbean girl. Baby RL. RL something tough, bitch. Yes. Oh yes. Where am I at? Hold on, my notes. Where are my notes? She's talking about, doing the olive branch with Angela. She shouldn't be talking about women's appearance, even when she is trying to uplift the black community and things like that. So she said she shouldn't have did it. And then she tried to shade her in the confessional. Shamia, you're not that girl. Like, it was nothing funny. Like, it was, girl. Porsha meeting up with her team. Baby Porsha says she want to be taken seriously in the business world. She said she lost some of that when she was with Simon, aka she thought she hit the jackpot, so she retired and she wanted to do everything she wanted to do. But then she realized that Simon was a fraud. She says she's building a $1 billion industry. She talks about bringing in comforters, duvets, and things like that. I actually like that idea. I'm so sick of it's something different, right? I'm so sick of the girls always coming out with a hairline, or even though Portia has a hairline, but it's also like, oh, we never seen nobody with sheets. We never seen nobody do comforters and stuff like that, baby. And I love a good sheet set. I love a good sheet set, baby. Target, because I know y'all secretly shop at Target. I know y'all do. I know y'all secretly shop at Target. Y'all can act like y'all don't up here, but I know y'all. Target got a set, and it start the set the people it start with a C. But when I tell you that's some of the best sheets I've ever laid my body on, and I laid my body on nothing but the best. Yeah, or candles, child, or bad body butter, child. Okay, shoot, I shopped at Target, baby. Oh, Kohl's be having some good. I need it. Okay. Right. Maybe if the sheets ain't right, baby, I can't stand those sheets where you be like laying in like the rough sheets. You know how like you move and then the sheet make noise. I want to feel like I'm laying in a 5-star hotel. I can't stand no cheap sheets. Wow, Kingsley. Wow. Kingsley, don't talk about yourself like that, baby. Have high self-esteem for yourself. I could tell by the picture how big you are. Don't do that to yourself, Kingsley. Oh, Kohl's, okay, Costco's. I got a Sam's membership though. You said I was in Target today. I know that's right. Shoot, I was in Target the other day. I needed some medicine. The good ones, yes, yes. Oh, let me see. Sam's got good sheets. Okay, I got a Sam's Club card. I'm gonna have to check Sam's out. Hey Tia, hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. Y'all making me feel better. Um, Costco's is real classy, babe. No scratchy sheets. Yeah, I can't. Ooh, girl, I can't stand those scratchy sheets. Um, and then we learned that Porsha, the guy that was sitting next to Porsha, I guess he was her assistant or something, or her business partner, one of them. We learned that Drew had reached out to them. That we had learned that Drew and Dennis had reached out to him because he had all these connections to the music industry to help Drew's career get popping. Girl, what did Phaedra tell Demetria? I would think at your age you would be a folk singer. Um, Ralph and Drew are with the kids, baby. I I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care what none of y'all say. Baby, Ralph something tough. Ralph something tough. I don't care how goofy he is. I don't care how much of a narcissist he is. Baby, Ralph is something tough. Baby. Well, baby, all cats. Sure. It depends on which way you asking. Gotcha. Um, Ralph was like, he just want 50-50 with the kids. He said the divorce is messy. Drew says Ralph is a narcissist, but then she doesn't know the definition of a narcissist. I'm like, girl, girl, you must not see the Ralph I see. Shit. Um, and both of them pretty much just want to make sure the kids is good. What I got that's what I got. It also seemed fake. I don't believe they're getting a divorce. Um, it's not that I don't believe it. I don't care. I don't care. Plus, I think Ralph and Drew still fucking. So, it's they don't give me that they going through divorce. They give me they still fucking. Did anybody else catch that? That they still sleeping with each other? Because I feel like they still sleeping with each other. Yes, baby. Yes, honey. Easy access. Come on, girl. Easy access. You see the producer? She wanted to know why he ain't had no shirt on. She probably want to know what kind of drawers he got on. Can I tell? Oh, I can't tell y'all that story. He definitely be sneak. Yes, yes, yes. She was. I need to go ahead and still route. We better ask Porsha how to do it. I think they still sleeping. I think they still messing with each other. So somebody I follow. It ain't nothing about me. It's somebody I follow online. It's some gay stuff. It's this child. I was strolling through Twitter today, Instagram, when Brit Scenes is on. I strolled through Instagram, and he posted a picture of him in his drawers with his shirt up. And he was like, I don't give a fuck no more. And I'm single again. So him and his boyfriend keep breaking up. And I just be thinking to myself, bitch, you in your 40s and you still acting like this. You in your 40s. And you still trying to impress the gram. Girl. Now the picture. Never mind. But yeah, like I said, they only care about the kids and stuff like that. So that's that. Mm-hmm. But he's not even that. But Wizard, the thing is, he's not even that kind of guy. He's not even that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even get down like that. Like, girl, put your shirt down. And the draws don't do him like him and his underwear. Like it don't do him no good because the streets say he the streets say it's heavy. That's what the streets say. I don't know. I'm going by what the streets say. The streets say it's heavy. But that's a story for Weekend Sessions. That's not for this episode. I just feel like I wanted to tell y'all the story because I just saw it. Kelly and Kenya are meeting up at her hair spa, and Kelly has a bodyguard, and Kenya's like, "Why you have a bodyguard?" She says she has a restraining order. Her ex threatened to kill her in the courtroom. I said, "My God, today in the courtroom in front of the judge." So she's scared, she's nervous. He threatened her, and she has sole custody of the kids, and he was threatening to take the business away from her. Well, unalive her. Thank you, Tia. Thank you. Unalive her. I like Kelly too. I like Kelly too. Threatened to unalive her and take the businesses and all that kind of stuff. I said, wow. And I know it's really hurting him right now that she's on TV doing better without him. Let me see. Kenya talks about the spy and basically how she's gone through $400,000. She didn't went through her daughter's college fund, and she's just like, I hope it can be successful. And how do I get the people in here? Kelly was like, it's word of mouth, and Kelly just pretty much gives her words of affirmation and just pretty much like, girl, you can do this. Like, you have to look at the bigger picture. I know it's scary, but you have to look. And I like that. I like the scene a lot. I love that that set Kenya had on, baby. That was a bad pantsuit. I like Kelly. I like Kelly. I think I like. At first, I was like, Kelly seems like she was giving me Brit vibes, but Kelly seems like Kelly actually comes off as like a smart girl who just had a miserable marriage. That's what she gives me. Brit meet up with her sisters. Drew is meeting up in the studio with Quincy Jones of Atlanta. Dennis, apparently he's setting her up with award-winning producers and Grammy-winning writers. And I didn't see any. She says none of this started. He said none of this started. Porsha didn't care when she was in Nigeria. Drew was like, you need to make this right. And Dennis is like, well, you need to do it. So, yeah, Quincy Jones of Atlanta. Dennis is the Quincy Jones of Atlanta. Did you see that scar on her neck? I said, what is going on with this baby? with the baby sister. Who's scarring that? If you let me tell y'all something, I'm be very honest with y'all. I'm be very honest with y'all, and it ain't got nothing to do with Kenya because I'm not really that big of a I'm not that big of a Kenya fan. I don't care nothing about Brit. I don't care about none of her scenes. I don't give a fuck about nothing Brit got going on. So when her stuff pops up on the screen, I don't take notes because I don't give a fuck. So baby, her sister could be sitting there going, baby, her sister could be sitting there, honey, choking on some water, child. I hope she make it. I don't care. I don't care. So every time Brit talk,
girl, please stop talking. Please.
So the girls are getting ready for the all black party. Everybody comes in all black except for Kenya. Kenya does what Kenya does best. Talking about she didn't get the memo, girl, please. Um she gives everybody a hug and then she says that nasal drip is disturbing. My nasal drip? That nasally voice. Whose nasally voice? Britt should come giving us hoe instead of trying to play a housewife. Maybe she just shouldn't be on the show. Kenya gives everybody a hug, and then she gives like Britt a hug, and Britt was like, "That's a tap, that's a tap," and Kenya was like, "I'm not trying to get makeup on you, bitch. Be happy I motherfucking even touched you. The fuck." Shamia comes in and she brings an olive branch. She apologized to Angela for attacking her physical appearance. Kelly says to Drew, you brought somebody with you, but I noticed that oh look, no, it's fine. It's fine if you did. I got a cold, so I want to make sure that I sound good for y'all. So no, I wouldn't take it as disrespect. But thank you for that. She says that you came into the store and you bought your makeup artist, but I noticed he didn't leave with anything. And then it was like, did everybody purchase something? And Britt looked at Drew, was like, she didn't. And Drew was like, what? I did. Look at this invoice. Look at this invoice. And in the midst of the invoice, baby Dennis texted her. And I was like, Drew, girl. So Drew is trying to say that she bought something. I don't know if she bought anything or not. I don't really care. But apparently she bought a $2,000 jacket. But Kelly was like, girl, you ain't buy nothing because you ain't sent me the invoice. Because all the money was supposed to go to charity. So I could see where Kelly was coming from. But it's Drew. So and what's so crazy is when I was looking at Drew, I was thinking to myself, Drew, you such a pretty girl, but you just a liar. You just a liar, and I don't understand why. Yeah, and she's a lie. It's scary. Get the ghetto bitch off my screen. Ooh, baby, which one? So Kenya says she's having her grand opening. All the ladies are invited. Shamia plays her song for the group, and Porsha was like, "Girl, that's Drew." I said, Porsha, girl." I said, "Porsha, girl." Porsha, girl. Now, Porsha. Shamia was like, "Girl, you don't know my singing voice." She said, "Girl, that's Drew." Shamia said, "Girl, open your ears. Stop talking. Open your ears." Yeah, I Porsha was like, "Baby, the song was cute. I thought it was Drew." That was a funny part to me, but Porsha, girl, you was being shady for whatever reason. I mean, it was a cute song. I like the beat. Yeah, I like the beat. It ain't nothing I'm about to be downloading. You know what I'm saying? It ain't sitting next to the Brandy's and the Beyonce's and the Monica's in my album in my playlist. You know what I'm saying? But it might be something I stroll past on YouTube. But I'm not downloading it. So is Kelly being racist by saying Drew didn't donate to her charity, or that like only works when it's a white woman accusing you? Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Today, wow, 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 oh. My God, today.
Oh, that's my cue, purse.
Why is Porsha hating so hard? Come on, Peach Juice. Okay. But keep it going and going and going and going. Child. Who needs friends like who needs enemy? You got friends like Porsha. Drew didn't raise her paddle. Brandy and Monica in the same sentence as the Queen is crazy. The Queen of what? Did I miss something? And I don't know Brandy with an I. So you can't be talking the same Brandy I know. Porsha ain't nobody's friend. She was even envious of Lauren for growing up with a daddy in the house. Yeah, she was. And don't forget about when Lauren's pregnant. Y'all, what's some good medicine I can take? I've been taking my Mucinex. I've been sleeping my humidifier. The thing is, I'm like really congested right now. And I was like sweating a lot the other day, so I feel like that has gotten out of that coldness has gotten out of me. But like tonight, I'm gonna take Mucinex nighttime so I can go back to sleep and put my humidifier on. What's some other good medicine to take, y'all? Sudafed. Okay. I like Allegra D. Portia's being a true bitch at the table. Vitamin Z, vitamin D, and Zyrtec. Okay. I like Theraflu, the one for cold and congestion that you drink. I got some Theraflu too. The thing is, you need antibiotics. Okay, like what? Alka-Seltzer. Baby, black people love Alka-Seltzer. I used to have a homegirl. I was like, girl, my stomach hurt. Drink some Alka-Seltzer. I'm like, girl, what? Prep. Oh my God, was it? Boy. Any kind that requires you to show your license. White rum and coffee. I don't drink coffee though. Theraflu, Sudafed, get some of those Vicks. Let me tell you something. Baby, those Vicks shower tabs will get you together. Baby, I only got one left, so I'm gonna use one tonight because I need to go to the store tomorrow. I got one, baby. Them Vicks shower tabs will get you together. Do you hear me? And don't let the water be super hot. All right, Theraflu. Okay, so I got Theraflu out there. I may drink some tonight there. Okay, thank y'all. I didn't know I had so many doctors in that. Are y'all doctors or y'all licensed nurses or y'all just CNAs? Which one is y'all? Some real spicy food. We get those sinuses together. I can't handle spicy food though. Their food was cute. It says, "Oh, I'm adding that to me." Yes, baby. Let me tell you, baby. Them Vicks shower tabs. Yes, their flu and a shot of honey and 9 hours of sleep. My God, you a nicest. Oh, we got a real nurse in the building. It ain't no Jackie over here, baby. We got a real somebody that really care about black people in the comments. I know that's right. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Don't you worry, because you know I'm gonna get on her. Babe. Oh, baby, if you juice the door, doctor, baby, you gonna have me sitting out there. Might as well go down in the jack. Um, they play a game where everybody writes down a question, like who Candy was sucking dick in the locker room, and they asked Shamia what did she do to get the Rolls Royce, and she started doing all these sexual acts. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Girl, I was like, girl, you doing all of that? Wow. Oh, okay, Shamia. Oh, sure. Um, and they asked Angela, do you have any secrets you want to share with the group? And somebody was like, did you have a threesome? And Angela's like, no, we never had a threesome. I never bring somebody into the bedroom. And then Portia said, I heard your husband was spicy. And she said, I heard things about him. But she's like, let's move on to the next question. And I was kind of like, well, I was with Angela, like, girl, you didn't want to talk about your own marriage. Don't mention nothing about mine. You heard what Angela said, stupid bitch. I said, oh. Now, Portia, do you think Angela don't give me the kind of girl that you can just jump on now? I wasn't feeling Shamia either. Shamia, secondhand embarrassment. I was like, girl, what are you doing? Spicy and delicate. Oh, you caught that too, Kingsley? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Excuse me. So then they asked Kenya what color panties she had on. They was all having fun. And then Britt comes with her stupid ass question. And then Britt was like, can you learn how to speak kindly and not with an attitude? Kenya was like, I speak to everybody kindly. And Britt was like, but I'm talking about me. And Kenya was like, I can speak to everybody kindly. Britt was like, I'm talking about me. Kenya was like, girl, you're looking for a moment. Go ahead and have it. And she was like, and Britt was like, do you need to step out? Do you need to step out? Do you need to step out? Have a moment, have your moment. Do you need to step out? Kenya was like, baby, I am a moment. And Britt was going back and forth, and Kenya was like, baby, I'm a queen. I don't talk to peasants. So, and Britt started going on. She was like, bitch, get the fuck out of here with that. Some people can be trying some people be trying be trying at the wrong motherfucking moments. You can't be trying me, bitch. And everybody in the confession was like, girl, you're doing way too much. And then she was like, let me call. And so the ladies get up and start walking away. So then she was like, let me call my husband. Let me call my husband. And Kenya was like, Kenya was like, Drew and Porsha, come here for a second. Probably trying to get them two to talk. And she was like, let me go call my husband. Let me call my husband, because I got one of those. Let me call my husband. And she's like, we're not done yet. And she was like, can you trying to play in front of the motherfucking cameras? I don't play like that. Micah's like, what is going on? She was like, her old ditzy ass. And then she was like, you can try that Hollywood shit, but this is the streets. You're not getting ready to play me. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. Even Mike was like, you're doing too much. She was like, I ain't, no, I ain't doing enough, blah, blah, blah. So in the car, apparently Kenya was like that the girl said she had a pow and she needs to go, and I want to see her try it on me so she can get up out of here. And that was really the end of the scene. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know what Brit remind me of? Y'all ever been at a club and seen a fight get ready happen, and a bitch that came fight got the most motherfucking mouth when people come around and start doing all that popping off, all that popping off, and but the bitch ain't gonna do nothing. Like, you're not gonna do nothing. You're just popping off because you with your peoples, but your peoples can get fucked up too. That's what Brit was giving me. Brit was giving me, girl, you running your mouth for no goddamn reason. You doing all of this because Kenya said something about your ring. You doing the most. The absolute most. And let me say this. I'm actually proud of Kenya. Kenya paid that bitch dust. Kenya paid that bitch dust. And do you know how difficult it is to pay a bitch dust who keep calling you out your name and who keep saying this and threatening you and shit like that? Because I'd have jumped. Okay. Okay. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments. Britt annoying she needs to go. The producers must have told Britt to act like that. The producers must have told Britt to act the way she was acting because what was the reason, right? What was the reason? She was even calling her a bitch and everything, and she was too heated for no reason unless Bravo cut something out. I don't know. So she was doing too much for me. Gutter snipe. Right out the motherfucking hood.
Bitch. A nasty, vile gutter snipe. Right up out the hood.
Right about the hood. King is a lot of things, but Ditzy never been one of those. She's a cum bucket. Ooh, a high school cum bucket at that. Baby. Bravo straight picked up OG to cuss Peach Juice. I probably would have went upside her head. Okay. Listen. And what the fuck was the husband going to do? Not a damn thing with his old ugly ass. No, he don't like her. He don't like her. Britt gives me she didn't got her ass with several times. Several times. Britt and the husband of her, the delicate husbands of her. Ooh, Britt is stupid and literally a self-proclaimed hoe since high school. Fuck that bitch. Yeah, like I didn't understand this whole scene, and to me, you've been looking for a moment since episode 1. What happens is you've been watching the show, which is fine, right? You can watch the show, but you came on the show and you said, "I'm gonna go after Kenya. That's who I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna go after King because I'm gonna make a moment for myself." Baby, you could have made a moment. You could have made a moment out of yourself by just being you. If you was really that girl, you wouldn't have to go after anybody. But you instead wanted to go after Kenya, and you thought that Kenya was going to elevate you to the next level. My thing is, you should not be invited back. If Kenya is fired, then Britt needs to be fired also, because she's the one who was making, from my understanding, the pow pow comments. So she should be also fired. You got money, don't you? If not, you can always go back to fucking Rick Ross, because it don't seem like your husband into you. Britt bringing her husband to dinner gave me Kim and Croy vibes. If I was King, I would with Karen Hunter on her. Oh, baby, we going to HR. We going to HR. But see, I would have walked up on her though, because I know she wasn't gonna do nothing. All that. See, the thing is, I let you slide and I let you slide inside of the damn restaurant, but now you on the street and you still talking shit. Okay, then hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Here I come. Because this is what you're asking for. This is what you're asking for. But I believe Britt was told to go after Kenya and Kelly was told to go after Porsha. The way that Kelly went after Porsha, though, I'm okay with. Even though I thought she was doing them, even though I thought it was none of her business, I'm okay with it. The way that Britt went after Kenya, I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I read that Angela is going to call Britt out after Kenya leaves. Oh, that's good. It says, yes, Porsha, hold my heels, baby. Porsha, hold my heels real quick, girl. I would have I would have slid that heifer easily, knocked her on her diaper looking BBL. Yes. Yeah, I would have got the fighting out there. I just would have started swinging, because you doing the most. Like, you've already got your point across. You don't like me. You thought I was being rude to you. I told you I wasn't being rude, but that's in your mind. Okay, cool. But all that other shit that you doing, yeah, because I'm from that. Yeah, you don't even sound right saying it. Like, you don't even sound right coming off like that. Like, and then everybody looking at you like, girl, what are you like? You're doing too much. Like, you're doing too much. And I love that Porsha and Shamia was like, girl, come on, get in this car, come on, let's go. Well, it couldn't have been me. I ain't going no motherfucking where. I ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, what Tammy say? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. What you say? No, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. What you say? We would have got the tussling out there. We would have got the motherfucking tussling out there. I promise you. I promise you. I'm not all the way saved. We would got the motherfucking tussling out there. We would have got the baby. When I tell you, we would have got the motherfucking tussling out there.
Things that were right,
Things that were wrong.
Get up, Karen.
We would have got the tussling out there. Britt absolutely threatened her. Kenya is too old to be fighting. Yeah, Kenya is too old. I'm not, but Kenya is too old to be fighting. I agree with you. Did you talk about Ralph getting a confessional over Kenya? What is going on in the ATL? That's because they're trying to get Kenya up out of here. They feel as though what Kenya did was, crossing the line and stuff like that. The thing is, no matter how you try to slice it, Bravo, we seen enough today that lets me know that neither one of them should have a confessional. If Kenya gonna be fired, then Britt needs to be fired too. Simple as that. Andy would have been called immediately. Get the bitch off the show. God he's still working on me. And he now, when I do my next review, he didn't work on me at all. There was no God in the room at all. So I'm just telling y'all right now, Married to Medicine, there was no God working on me at all. So be prepared. I'm a working for yes. Go to the car, put my stuff down, and walk back like Mariah, baby. Somebody get this bitch up off me. That would have been that was just all they would. Somebody get this bitch up off me. Yes. So that was the episode, I don't see something had to be edited out because I just can't believe a person would act like that because you got questioned about your ring. And now you're, oh, well, that was the pad. Girl, what the bitch? Be happy I motherfucking said hi to you. I'm trying to be nice. I didn't want to get no makeup on your shirt. Like, that's it. I didn't want to get no makeup on your shirt and you tripping over that? What are you, a goddamn fucking child? What you got to be pampered? And what you got to be baby? Bitch, have your husband do that. I'm not doing all that. I said hi to you. That's enough. Now leave me the fuck alone. It's no edit. Britt had a hard on for. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Britt gives cocaine. Her and her husband. I think it's a sexual harassment lawsuit from the girls trip. Bravo Act. Right, her reaction doesn't match the issues of lack of. Yeah, your reaction, like you overdoing. Like even the girls, like, girl, you're doing too much. Like you're doing too much, girl. Calm down. Yeah, you doing too much, baby. Stay off the drugs. Stay off the drugs. You and your husband, because you see how his lip move. Hmm. 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 Okay. So we'll see what happens next week. Apparently next week is when Kenya pulls out the picture. It's the day of the spa opening, so we're gonna see what happens. The lady says she took it too far. I don't know. I don't know. I'll save my judgment for next week's episode. But that was the end of episode. That was the end of Atlanta. I give it about a 6.5, 7. Child, let's get over here to these hoes. I hope they ate because the food look good, and I'm gonna eat. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. Okay, sure, girl, sit down. Sit your goofy ass down some damn well. And all that shit talking about I'm in a parking lot. I'm gonna call my husband. I'm gonna call the man and let him call my husband. Girl, fuck that. Child. Let's move on. Let's just move on. We'll make our way on down here to Married to Medicine, child. So the show continues with Damon and the cheating accusations. And Heavenly says, Contessa pretty much says Heavenly is a miserable person to be with. Heavenly was like, girl, with your titties looking like that, way over there, you can't say nothing to me. And then Contessa mentions the surgery that she had on her breasts. And Heavenly was like, girl, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that woman bothers me. Jackie was like, you know what's really sad is that they were good friends. Girl, Simone says Contessa has been hurt by your words on social media. You can't, what I say to you in public and what I say to you, what I say to you in public and what I say to you behind closed doors, you don't take to social media. And that is the issue that Contessa has with her. And that's the issue that I would have also. It's not about it's about what you're doing. You're taking conversations that we are having and you're taking them to social media. I don't need, so if I wanted social media to know my business, I would get online and tell social media is my business. You so busy trying to be a producer and you so busy trying to do this for the show that you are messing with people's lives and you think this shit is funny. But y'all noticed how Heavenly said, how Heavenly was like, that's what men do. When they said something about Damon, that's just what men do. And I know, and I'm gonna tell you why I know Damon cheating on her too. Because Heavenly didn't get hype. She didn't get She didn't get out of order. She didn't do any of those things. She was like, "Oh, really, really? Wow." I mean, that's what men do. He cheating on you, bitch, and I'm happy. I'm glad he cheating on your miserable ass. And Andy pretty much was like, for 10 seasons, we've had this conversation, and was like, you need to stop the social media antics. And she was like, do you want me to stop? He was like, I'm sure the ladies do. Andy, you should have said yes. If you want to keep your job, stop getting your ass on social media. That should have been your response to her. It's not about, oh, well, that's what the ladies want you to do, or that's what the lady, if you was talking about me, I would want you to stop. No. Stop running your fucking mouth on social media. But I already told y'all what y'all need to do with Heavenly to leave you alone. I already told y'all. So somebody gonna do it one day. What y'all saying in the comments? I like how Cecil shut Damon down. They're gonna be beefing next season. He's short, slow, and all child. I can't stand Damon. Dr. Jack is a clout chasing black woman, hating miserable ass bitch. Yes, she is. And I'm a girl. You already know I'm gonna eat that bitch up when I get to her. No, he did not. He think Greg is he did. Sweet Tea Package is up next. She said she had 2 failed attempts. I forgot what she said she had the 2 failed attempts at, but she said she had 2 failed attempts, and she said that she is up for her consultation for IVF so she can start that treatment. And she then says, then Andy says, "Are you seeing Dr. Jackie for that?" And she said, "No, I want to keep my baby." I don't know if y'all saw that, but I saw it on my screen. That's what I saw. When Andy said, "Are you seeing Dr. Jackie for your IVF?" and Sweet Tea said, "No, I want to keep my baby. I like my health. I like being healthy." So I don't. Y'all might need to go back and rewind that, but that's what I saw on my screen. So that's what I saw on my screen. So I don't. Yeah, that's what I saw. Comcast showed me that. I don't know what Comcast showed y'all, but Comcast showed me that. So I was like, "All right, Sweet Tea, get her." She says, where am I at? Quad says a man should you said my closed caption has said if I was a white woman, but she don't care about black women. Yeah, mine said that too. Mine said both of those things. So y'all need to turn your rewind it and turn Savannah, rewind it and put your closed caption on. Sweet Tea said, "No, I want to keep my baby, and if I was a white woman, she would care. But since I'm black, I know the bitch don't give a fuck about me." So, Quad says, a man should always provide, should always, pretty much speak up for her. You saw it. You saw it. There we go. You saw it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's it. Baby, that's that DMV cable. And what did I miss? I missed something. Oh, and I don't think it's fair, and you should dismiss someone and talk down to somebody. So Andy says, "Are you talking about Greg?" And Quad says, "I am." Sweet Tea says, "Girl, you so pressed about Greg." And Andy was like, "I don't think she is." And she says, "Girl, press, please, girl. You had to slide into his DMs and promise him a baby, and you still couldn't deliver one yet."
You know what? Anyway,
Bam.
close the curtains on them bitches.
Hell no.
Sweet Tea, baby. Go and pack your stuff up, baby. The reunion is over for you. Please, thank you for coming. We'll send you a consolation prize. We'll make sure your flight. We'll put you in first class. But girl, go ahead and go, Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea, girl. She ate you up. Quad ate you up, girl. Quad ate you up, girl. Spit you out like it was nothing. You will never be able to read Quad. I'm sorry. And y'all know I don't go up for Quadria Luxford the fraud, but baby, she ate you up, girl. She ate you up. Yes. Maybe she should have just walked off stage. She either should have walked off stage or she should have jumped on Quad. She should have did one of the others. But girl, my God. My God. My God. Sweet Tea, you had a rough reunion, mama. And you're not quick enough on your feet. Ooh, my God. They go back and forth. Pretty much, they both said they was talking on each other. Yes, maybe she should have left like Garcelle and said, "Fuck these hoes." Something, maybe she should. Ooh. They pretty much are going back and forth. She then says Quad has a history of drinking. She has 2 DUIs. Why every time Quad and Sweet Tea are arguing, Heavily got to jump into the conversation? Nobody's talking to you. Figure out who the bitch was that asked for your man number. Stop worrying about what Quad and Sweet Tea are arguing about. And Sweet Tea, you look weak because I would have stayed with it, but you look weak. And she says, Quad has a history of drinking. She has 2 DUIs, and Andy says that's a big allegation. And Heavenly says, but y'all both got a problem. We didn't see her drunk. We didn't see you drunk. And then she says, well, let me clarify. I don't think she's alcoholic, but I think she has a drinking problem or whatever. I would have stuck with it. I was like, yeah, I think the bitch, she got DUI. Yeah, I think the bitch got a problem. Yeah, I think she's a fucking alcoholic. I would have stayed with it. Baby, that girl just told you, that girl just sat there and read you for filth. And the girl literally just told you slid into his DMs and you could not produce him a baby. The baby, I would have stayed with them, bitch, you Karen's daughter, bitch. You damn near Karen's daughter. Put her ass in jail. I would have stayed with it. You have at this point, you ain't got nothing to lose. She already read you for filth. You ain't got nothing to lose. You said the worst part is, how could you even have a rebuttal for it? Wrap it up in facts and stuff. Baby said truth and facts. Ooh, T and Greg are not happy on this show. No, they not. It says watching Sweet Tea at this reunion, coupled with her weak ass comebacks, has been a struggle. She just cannot keep it up. Levels to this, if she ain't ready. It don't take much to read Quad. She's a fraud, but Sweet Tea is too slow, baby. It don't take much to read Quad at all. Oh, with his mixed babies too. Ain't no sight behind it. Shit. Find that biracial times. Ooh. If she wasn't jumping in, you barely hear her doing a reunion. The catch is the reunion episodes have been better than the entire season, and she's been on mute most because she ain't got shit to talk about. But she wouldn't be speaking on me. What does Sweet Tea know about Quad's history of drinking? I saw it don't matter. I saw you drinking. I would have stayed with it. I would have stayed with it. You hear me? What Simone say to Heavenly? He's been out in the club, he's been drinking, and he's been out with David, and he's been drinking. They speak about the whole it says, you have not been able to give him a baby that you promised him, and I'm actively working on mine. The only thing she could have done to top that read was to tell them she was pregnant. I would have told the bitch. Baby. I would have told her. Never mind. Let me shut up. I would have told her, you right, girl, I can't produce no baby. And you over there fucking with Jackie, girl, you ain't gonna be here to see your child grow up. So they talk about the whole Heavenly saying that he told her shut the fuck up, and Sweet Tea said no, he told her she had a big fucking mouth. And then Simone got involved and said Quad pretty much started it, which she did. And he did not tell her shut the fuck up. I don't know where this narrative is coming from, but he did not tell her shut the fuck up. He said, you have a big fucking mouth. And everybody heard it. So for King to act like he didn't hear it, yes, what y'all laughing at? Yes. That's the only comeback you could have. All T had to say was Qual is irresponsible that she let her. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! All T had to say is Qual is irresponsible. That's why she let her niece die in the pool. So let's not talk about nobody about children producing them over here. My god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Where did that come from?
Oh. Oh my god! Today. My god. Now, that's how you clear a bitch. Oh my god, today. My god, today. No, that was too heavy for me. Wow. It was too heavy for you? Oh, wow. You learn something new every day about your friends. She couldn't have said that. Now they would have been fighting. Oh, thank Ali. Ali. Ali.
Bam.
Hmm. 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 Oh, my soul, she should have said it. My God. No, she could have said, maybe not that deep, maybe not this deep, but she could have said, well, girl, we know what happens when kids left around you. So maybe it's a good thing Greg did have a baby with you. She could have said something like that. Listen, we going there. Shit. We going there. But you're right, they wouldn't have aired that. You're right. They wouldn't have aired that. Baby, y'all, baby. Oh, oh, where am I at? He asks Heavenly about the tweet about him and being respected in the medical industry, and she says she has no beef with Sweet Tea, and she apologizes over and over again. Andy asks Jackie why she didn't get involved since she's a medical doctor, and she said she didn't want to get any on me. That's because Jackie's not respected in the medical industry because of how Jackie treats her black patients. I told y'all when Jackie comes in, when you go see Jackie and you say you're having pain, Jackie says,
I could care less. Bounce.
so that's why she didn't want to get involved. And she also didn't want to get involved because it wasn't against her, and it was her friend. So that's why she didn't want to get involved. Mm-hmm. Hmm. The guys show up. And for some reason, the producers don't tell the other guys that they isolated G in a different room, and it almost come off as if he's scared or whatever. And it, even King says, "Yeah, because he needed extra protection." Like, I don't like how y'all treated Dr. G and Sweet Tea this episode, and I just was not here for it. I didn't like the producers separating them and not making it clear on why they did it. I didn't like that. Dr. Mimi enters the stage. Jackie speaks on her time at the White House and visiting the former vice president. She also talks about women and the things they're going through. Simone pretty much says the same thing. I saw on my TV it said, does Kamala regret having you come into the White House because what you said about black women? That's what it said on my TV screen. I had my captioning on, and that was the question that Andy read from Caribbean Girl from Baltimore. She said, Caribbean Girl from Baltimore wants to know, Jackie, did Kamala regret her decision in letting you come into the White House because you don't care about Black women and their pain? So that was the question. So again, I know y'all see different stuff, but yeah, I think my TV, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I need to get y'all one of these. Dr. Damon Daddy practice is weird to me. He's doing weight loss and pain management. It looks like he's trying to cash in on Ozempic and prescribe it to anyone who's paying for it, anyone but himself. I have a special. Yeah, that was Caribbean Girl. I help her write that question. So on your TV, it said, Jackie, do you feel your comments and connections with the former vice president caused her the election? I heard it like that too. Me too. I heard it like that, and I could not believe it. That's how I heard it too. I heard it that way. They would believe it caused her the election because she was shaking your hand, and at the end of the day, you don't care about Black women in their pain, or women going through what they're going through when they're screaming that they're in pain. You just said they're lazy Black bitches. So y'all might need to go watch the reunion again. And turn your closed caption on. Make sure your TV is all the way up, because sometimes with Bravo, and sometimes like if you got noise in the background, you can't hear those kind of questions. But that's what showed up on my TV. That's what showed up on my TV. So if y'all saw something different, then let me know if y'all saw something different. But I saw, did you care about Kamala losing the election because of what you said about Black women in pain? So that's what I saw. So. You said on Florida's TV, they also at oh my gosh, why do you wear that blazer showing all your bones where your titties used to be? My God, today. Oh, but that's not too deep. Wow. Where we at? The husband segment is next, and Andy says, let's start off on a positive note. He says, I wonder if King and Dr. G can get a handshake, and Dr. G was like, not really, pretty much. And he was like, hearing all the things that he said. And King says, he's acting like his lack of account. He's acting, I think he said worried, something like that, and his lack of accountability. Lack of accountability for something that you started. Okay. He talked about heavily tweeting and how he felt it was very disrespectful. Damon said, if it was me, I could care less. He said, the problem I had with you was you've known me for a long time. You know my character, and you didn't speak on my character. You were a coward, and you didn't say anything. So I'm supposed to know what you do behind closed doors, because I've been knowing you for 12 years, and you've been married to her for 20 years. And I'm just supposed to know what y'all do behind closed doors, in the bed that I'm not sleeping in a car that I'm not driving in a phone that I'm not texting on. I'm just supposed to know who you are. Okay. Got it. Greg said, why are you so sensitive with your wife? With being a cheater. He said it doesn't have anything to do with my profession. Cecil then jumps in and says, you can say the same thing for not stepping up for him. He said, you know his character the same way he knows your character. And you are not pretty much jumping in. The ladies are backstage having some back and forth. Eugene then steps in and says, with social media, the way things are now, it can have an effect on your business. And he brings up calling him a pedophile. And he says, well, it's the same thing as calling me, saying I'm having an infidelity. And they look at him like, no. And he was like, it's not a big deal to me. And he was like, well, she called him a pedophile. And he said, Greg, you got mad and got in your feelings, and you didn't want my patience anymore. Damon doesn't believe anything that Greg is saying. And he pretty much says Greg is a liar to his face. Here's what's happening. I can already see what's going to happen next season. If it goes down like this, it's going to be Simone and Sweet Tea versus Heavenly and Quad. Every time I turned around, Heavenly was saying something for Quad. Every time Quad got into an argument with Sweet Tea, Heavenly jumped in. Now we backstage, and every time Damon say something, King got to jump in and say something. 1 + 1 is 2, or 2 + 2 is 4. Like, what are y'all talking about? This woman got online and said some very disparaging things about this man and his business. No matter how y'all feel about Greg, no matter what kind of person y'all think Greg is, she got online and said something and then kept trying to justify. Oh, well, she said something about my mama and she said something about my business, this and that. But you didn't attack her, you attacked her husband. She didn't attack your husband. And you keep saying that he's sensitive and he's a coward, but he told you to your face that he don't know if you think he cheating or not. What else did you want the man to say? You may be a great person when I'm hanging out with you, but behind the scenes, if you could be a damn serial killer. I don't know nothing about your life when I'm not with you. I'm going off of what you tell me. And you so upset that everybody keeps saying that you are a cheater, that you want somebody to just be, I'm going off of your character. What are you talking about? I told you how I felt. I told you what I thought it was. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if you cheated on her. That has nothing to do with what she said about me on social media. I'm letting you know that what she said was disrespectful. And for you to act like you have this nonchalant attitude towards, oh, it didn't affect me. It got you in your feelings because this is the most you've been talking. You was even up there cussing. Child. You say y'all closed caption is ruthless. Yeah, girl, you got to turn your closed caption on. Damon should say something to his wife. Damon never holds Heavenly accountable. Never. Oh, yeah, like my video, y'all. Listen to my friend. Listen to the trade. They stayed too long on the same topic with the men. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I agree with you on that. Heavenly just says whatever, like, without thought. She's too grown for that. Hey, Amy J, you're never late, baby. You're always on time. I can see that, yes. Simone made herself look unhinged, her and Quad. If Kenya got suspended, Phaedra got fired, something should have been done with her. Simone is always on 10. Cecil drinks to drown Simone out. My God. He act like the man said yes. Yes. Heavenly is the problem. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And so is Damon. And now I see why they're together. And so he's backstage and he's saying, excuse me. So they're on stage and they're asking about the patients. And he pretty much is like, I don't have the bandwidth for the patients and stuff like that. So they backstage and they like, that's a bitch right there. That's a bitch, man. That's a bitch ass nigga. That's a bitch, man. And Toya gets involved and was like, that's not a real man. That's a clown and all that kind of stuff. And Sweet Tea is like, girl, please stop. Like, stop talking. Like, stop talking. This has nothing to do with you. Like, just stop talking. And she was like, no, that's the problem. Somebody need to be talking to your household. Toya, what the fuck are you talking about? This shit has nothing to do with you. You mad because you don't like what the girl said online. So now you think that you think you in the ends with Quad and you over there in the cool girl crew, you think you can just say whatever you want? What are you talking? No, somebody needs to be talking. No, bitch, somebody need to be talking to you. Won't somebody be talking to you and your motherfucking husband? And for you down there putting motherfucking weave in your son's head. Bitch, let's talk about that. I'm telling y'all right now, if I was backstage and them bitches was giving me, I would have tore that motherfucking room apart. I'd have tore that motherfucking room apart and I would have started with Heavenly's motherfucking that. I'd have beat the fuck out of that bitch. Do you hear me? Y'all are giving this girl too much. Toya, you don't have this. This has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. And you jumping in and you think you eating the girls up and this and that. That's the problem. You need to be doing this and you need to be doing that, girl. Okay. 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 I'm gonna do something all right. I'm gonna tear this motherfucking dressing room up. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Toya was doing the most, and the shit was getting on my fucking nerves. Like, girl, you and like Toya, I like you, girl, but you doing too fucking much. Toya Carter, Sweet Tea got a right to be heavenly ass. And the thing is, Toya, you think the girls are on your side, baby? Wait till next year. Them bitches gonna be on your side. They gonna be reading you at. Heavenly was just reading you online before the reunion started, talking about how you didn't pay for the goddamn, how you didn't pay for the Met Gala. She's always talking about your finances. Now all of a sudden you got a problem with Sweet Tea, girl. Child, 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 child. I'm telling y'all right now, baby, I'd have been all kind of motherfucking hells and they got child. I'd have been all kind of hell backstage. Do you hear what I'm telling you? All kind of goddamn problems backstage. Y'all wouldn't even had enough time to turn the camera back to the mid. I'd have been all kind of problems backstage. I don't like the ganging up. Y'all already trying to be smart. That's the real man right there. That's a real man right there. That's right. Read him. Read him. That's a real man right there. What are y'all talking about? Because the minute somebody says something about Eugene, you're going to be in your fucking feelings. And I don't like the whole that's a bitch ass nigga right there because he didn't agree because he didn't say something that you agree with. Bitch, I don't want to see your motherfucking patience. Don't send your goddamn patience over here. I ain't got enough bandwidth for it. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all tripping. This man is literally telling you what you are doing wrong, and y'all think the shit is cool. And then y'all doing this shit because y'all don't fuck with Sweet Tea. And then having you backstage talking about girl, Sweet Tea, girl, Sweet Tea. I'm talking to you. Sweet Tea is me and you. Ain't nobody else in the room but me and you. I'm telling you right now, if you don't start checking these fucking women, they're going to continue to little girl you. If you don't start checking, I'm talking about motherfucking hands in the face. I'm talking about chest to chest. If you don't start getting these bitches up off of you, they're always going to treat you the way that they're going to treat you. You need to make these bitches respect you. Even that stupid shit you was on stage talking about, I guess I can forgive Heavenly and I can unblock her. Fuck that. Bitch, you say something else to me, bitch, and I'm jumping on your ass. That's your only and your last motherfucking warning. Bitch, the next motherfucking time you say, if you, other than saying hi and hello, the next motherfucking time you say something, bitch, I'm jumping on your ass. And Toya, bitch, you next. I'm not Audrey. You won't mush me in my motherfucking head. I promise you that. You gotta stop letting these girls school you. That's why ain't nobody fucking with you. Stop letting these goddamn girls talk to you the way that they're talking to you. Greg and Damon start having more back and forth. And Damon was like, well, for me, it's all about integrity. And, that's what's important to me is integrity. My wife full of shit. It's integrity for me. And Damon was like, and Greg started laughing in his face like, bitch, like, the fuck is you talking about? Like, you ain't got no integrity. If you got integrity, you wouldn't have married the bitch you married. How about that? And he was like, I didn't find it funny. I said, well, I would have been like, well, I found it funny, and you ain't gonna do shit about it. That would have been me the whole motherfucking episode. Y'all bitches ain't gonna do shit. You or your motherfucking husbands. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Shit, you see how Simone was pointing her finger and chest to chest with Quad? That's what we need to see from yes. You got to get a bitch up off of you. Andy was like, do y'all want to, can y'all move on? Can y'all talk? And Greg and Damon was like, yeah, we can talk and all that kind of stuff, and we can be cool. And it seems like they kind of made up, I guess, or whatever he said, because he's my friend at the end of the day. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. Nobody is Greg's friend on that stage. Like, y'all need to cut the bullshit. Nobody is Greg's friend on the stage. Y'all look at Greg like he's a fucking clown. So y'all not his friends. The same way y'all look at Sweet Tea, y'all don't respect them. Yeah, and blind loyalty from anybody else from Heavenly is crazy. Simone Norquat about the bus shit. Well, we know that. So we get backstage and Simone. So they're talking about. So here goes Curtis, so ugly, stupid ass, moldy ass face talking about some. Quad had to sit here for a whole year and deal with it. She didn't have a man, and she had to deal with Greg and Sweet Tea. They had to deal with Greg and Sweet Tea spreading their love around. It then goes on to say, yeah, because and then Quad was like, that's right, I had to deal with it. I don't know why y'all brought them on the show, blah blah blah. Excuse me. Simone was like, well, Quad wasn't there when Greg was talking. Clock it. And she said the fact that y'all ushered them back into the group was a problem. Simone said we ran around people we can that was fucking with us. And Quad said, shut the fuck up. And Simone said, no, you shut the fuck up. You gave us your ass a kiss and we hung out with Greg. Then they get up in each other's faces. Quad called her a dirty bitch. Simone says you got karma for what has happened to you. You turned your back on us, so we turned our back on you. She walked over to her and she said, who was there helping? Who was there with your daddy, knocking on your daddy door? She said something else. I gotta go back and catch it. And then Simone says, "You never been anywhere without a camera." I feel Simone. On that last part. You ain't been nowhere with a camera. Here's the other thing. Yo, yeah, your motherfucker. Oh, she said your motherfucking daddy. Mm-hmm. She said, "Who was there to help you? Who was there knocking on the door for your motherfucking daddy, bitch? You did it because you wanted to. You did it because the camera was on. You didn't do it out the kindness of your motherfucking heart. Quad, you full of shit. Please understand, Quad is full of shit. I don't want that. Quad is full of shit. They all full of shit. Let me just make that very clear. Every single one of them is full of shit. But I'm Simone on this. I'm with Ali. I'm Team Simone on this fight. I'm with Simone in this fight. You gave us your ass to kiss. You thought you was that motherfucking girl. Then you try to come around and you got all this shit started. And how dare you come out of your mouth and say what you said, your motherfucking daddy. Bitch, are you fucking kidding me? You didn't do that shit out the kindness of your heart. You did that shit because the camera was in your face. You broke bitch. At this point, we would have to let the niece go after the baby and the motherfucking daddy. At this point, we would have to let the niece go after the baby. What you mean? Yeah, Simone was right. Simone was right. Simone was 100% correct. And this whole yes he is. Yes he is. Qua was also trying to distance herself from Mariah. Yes, she was. How was she offended that they brought up the fact that she? Oh, I see what you're saying. She wasn't offended. Let me tell you something. She wasn't offended. She wasn't offended. Let me tell you something about Quad. Quad was upset because she couldn't talk about it. Because she didn't want to talk about it. Somebody else talked about it. Quad wasn't offended. I know bitches like Quad. She wasn't offended. But you all over here telling your motherfucking daddy about this dead man, talking about this girl, child. You said Simone was wrong. You said Simone was wrong. Okay. You said I ain't see no tears. No tears. No tears.
Here we go again with that long lost tear. I call it the little tear that couldn't.
Curtis pissed me off, sir. You don't bring any attention to you and the family in the Dominican Republic and embarrassing Dr. Twiggs, child. Quad only got mad about her niece because social media told her to be mad. She didn't care no more. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Cause she feel like she ain't do nothing wrong. Cause she feel like she ain't do nothing wrong. That's why she didn't care. I'm telling y'all, all you Quad fans out there who go up for Quad and think she this and she that, Quad is full of shit. And Quad is a liar. That's why her and Heavenly get along the way that they do, because the bitches are liars. The only thing Quad did tonight was eat sweet tea. Up outside of that, Quad is a fucking liar. And she will always be a liar. And I'm with Simone on this one. So fight your mamas, don't fight me because I'm not in the mood for it. I'm with Simone on this one. And the thing with me, if you fight me, I hits back and I hit hard. And that was the end of the episode. They all lie. Yes, that's Lex. They all lie. And that was the end of the episode. I do not like how Damon was acting with Greg. I do not like the fact that he think, well, it wouldn't affect me. What are you talking about? It wouldn't affect you. Somebody is literally sitting here online and saying these things about a doctor. If Greg is going to make himself look bad on TV, let him make himself look bad on TV. But you should, and I'm so glad that Cecil said what he said. How are you gonna get mad at him and tell him that, and you questioning his character, but he can do the same to you? And you sitting there saying, "Oh, well, I don't care. I don't care. It wouldn't affect me." Yeah, it would affect you. I'm gonna tell you why it affected me, because you still in your motherfucking feelings for some shit that happened a year ago, Mr. Sensitive. You want a bitch to judge you on your character, and again, you want a motherfucker to tell you, "No, I don't think you cheating on her." You ask me ask the streets of Atlanta. That's what you really mad about. You mad because you are cheating on her, or you have cheated on her. That's why Heavenly so up your ass so much. He's cheating on you. Let's talk about the husbands. Let's talk about what you don't want to talk about. How about that? I don't know what Andy. Greg apologized at the end. That was whack. That was weak. I wouldn't apologize. Andy, you need to change this cast up. This show has gone downhill. This show is no longer about Married to Medicine. You need to change the cast up. And since Quad is that girl so much, and since everybody goes up for Big Quad, let's see how Quad can survive without the show. How about that? With her rented Rolls Royce. I'm talking about it. Now, Funky, I dare you say you're gonna slap me. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about Quad and the motherfucking rented Rolls Royce. I'm talking about it. Damon was full of it. He was really mad because Greg wouldn't take his patience. That's what a man would do. That's what a man would do. That's what a man who do was bullshit. He was accusing Greg of committing felonies is wrong. Oh, his wife. I see what you're saying. You mean her rented? What I say? Her rented Rolls. Yeah. Stolen. Excuse me. Stolen. Is it allegedly? Is it? Yeah, I'm talking about it. And I did, bitch, say they gonna slap me. Cause I be walking up down the motherfucking street waiting for a bitch to slap me. I dare you say you gonna slap me. Shit. Anyway, let me get up out of here, y'all. Go take some medicine and get my ass in bed. You said she needs to show her fans know that that's why they hate Mariah for speaking the truth about it. Oh, yes. You better know it. You better know it. Oh, my gosh. The court documents came back and he was found guilty. Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Y'all, it's a YouTuber. I'm being messy right now. It's a YouTuber. And she turned her camera on. I said, girl, I know you ain't calling nobody ugly. Anyway. Baby, she was all in the camera. Anyway. King was not identified as having any direct involvement. Anyway, y'all. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. What's the first letter of their name? It's between the K and the O. Quarter's a scammer. Yes, she is. She ain't got no other speaking jobs. Tubi, Zeus, nothing. Quad the fraud. Tia, know who I'm talking about. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. Quad is a scammer. Scammed the hell out of Dr. G. Yes, she did. He was involved because he was involved because he's a partner in the business. Is that what they call it now? A partner in the business? Thank you, y'all. Thank y'all. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. I will see y'all Tuesday for Beverly Hills. Hopefully, I won't be doing all this cussing. But them hoes make me, them baby, they make me want to, they make me want to fight. Anyway, y'all, I would thank y'all so much. Yeah, that was tonight's episode of Atlanta and Married to Medicine. One more episode. It'll be a long live. I feel like it's gonna be a long live Tuesday. Yeah, I feel like it'll be a long live Tuesday. I don't know for who, because it won't be a long live for me. But I feel like it'll be a long live. Probably for some of y'all. Well, more so for you, Wizard, because I know you be riding the wrong team. I don't even know how you over there with the Reese. I don't know how you get to Beverly Hills. Anyway, y'all have a good night, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.